For many years, ocean beasts have surfaced to unleash destruction against mariners and social orders laid out inland. To counteract this, mariners set out on their boats to pursue the monsters across the sea, the most well-known of which is the group known as the Drive, led by the incredible Chief Crow, his most memorable mate Sarah Sharp, and his adopted child, the similarly unparalleled beast tracker Jacob Holland. They are financially supported by the ruler and sovereign of the crown, who have laid out a recognized society named Three Extensions. After nearly being killed during a chase, Crow informs Jacob that he will spread the word about him skipper once they kill a monster known as the Red Hot Air that took his eye, which will also serve as Crow's final chase. The team gets back to Three Extensions to gather their installment for their most recent catch, yet they are told by the ruler and sovereign that they will soon be supplanted by a maritime vessel named the Imperator, headed by Chief of Naval Operations Hornigold, who will carry on the hunting of ocean monsters in their place. Jacob suggests that his team be allowed another opportunity to kill the Red Hot Air so they can keep hunting monsters in their name. Would it be advisable for them to succeed? Which the Lord and Sovereign acknowledge. Minutes after they depart, the team discovers that a stranded young lady named Maisie Brumble, whom Jacob met the night before, has hidden away on the boat to accompany them, having been motivated to do so by her late guardians, who died during a chase and love between Crow, Jacob, and Sharp. One evening, the unavoidable is pursued by the Red Hot Air. Regardless of Crow's requests, Jacob reluctantly permits Maisie to cut a line connecting the boat to the hot air and saves the group. However, the hot air gets away. Rankled, Crow holds the two of them at gunpoint and requests that Jacob carry Maisie to him before the hot air rises out of the profundities and gulps down Maisie and Jacob. Stuck inside the monster, Jacob and Maisie get away through the hot air's nasal cavity, where they end up abandoned on an island populated by a few monsters, the hot air among them. Maisie finds that the hot air doesn't respond with malevolence towards them and starts to get to know the monster, naming her Red. Maisie starts to accept that the beasts they were hunting were misjudged animals, which Jacob denies. The next morning, she befriends a more modest animal, whom she names, and she and Jacob upset an enormous home of puerile monsters, forcing them to flee the island. At the point when a huge crab-like monster attempts to kill them, Red arises and overcomes it, saving them. Jacob and Maisie can persuade Red to take the two of them, counting Blue, to Rum Pepper Island with the goal that they can tie down a boat to return them to Three Extensions. In the interim, trusting Jacob to be dead, Crow slips into a frenzy over his longing to kill Red. He searches out an old dealer named Gwen Batterby, who gives Crow a toxic substance sufficiently strong to kill Red and an enormous weapon fit for shooting a spear tipped into it. While on Red's back, Jacob and Maisie bond with the animal and one another. Jacob has a revelation and supports Maisie's confidence in the monster's guiltlessness, disavowing his ways as a tracker. When they arrive at Rum Pepper Island, they discover that the Imperator and Hornigold have taken up residence. Red goes after the vessel, which downpours hailfire at the monster with cannons, one of which wounds Maisie. Before the monster can kill Hornigold after she annihilates the Imperator, Jacob immediately prevents her from doing so. Red spots the unavoidable and assaults, however, she is shot by the toxin-tipped spear and almost kicks the bucket, with Crow keeping her alive long enough to carry her to the crown as a prize. Maisie is breastfed back to health yet is detained in her room on board the unavoidable as it shows up at the crown with Red close by. Following Blue's repeated visits to free Maisie, she discovers that every book she's discovered about the monsters and their trackers is a crown proclamation. Crow intends to openly execute Red prior to Jacob bringing him to a large social event involving regular citizens of the realm. Crow overwhelms Jacob in a horrendous duel, while Maisie and Sharp, who start to accept Maisie's perspective of the monsters too, free Red from her ties. Maisie and Jacob persuade Red to save Crow and uncover the crown for their falsehoods and double dealings, and the realm disavows its convictions about the monsters, including Crow. With Red and the other sea monsters abandoned, Maisie and Jacob begin their new life as a family, close to Blue.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to this channel to get more videos and like this video.